Dell will be working the postgame. Lakers win their 7th straight. AD returns, scores 35. Thank you, Dylan Brooks, for poking the bear. LeBron is incredible. Kuz has a motor. Lakers started down 22-2. So much to talk about. Fish, James, but we'll start with that incredible run, that blitz in the second half. Down 9, with 6 minutes left, going a 29-10 run.
Yeah, I guess, it's true. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And I thought, what they were able to do in the second half, a big punch from the bench that kind of started that engine going. The starters really were a little sluggish, a lot of turnovers. Memphis playing a zone a little bit, making the Lakers adjust to that. But I thought that run, they turned it on.
Yeah, third quarter.
They turned it on in the third quarter. The defense, they got connected. You could see it. You could see the energy. You could see the guys talking to one another. They just woke up right away. And, once that happened, the defense just got going. Caruso, the steals, Schroeder, everybody was involved, blocking shots. I just thought LeBron James is – it's just – so you run out of words. We sit here every night. We try to come up, but sometimes you just can't say anything. You just look at what he does. That dunk. He's playing to the crowd. He's out there looking at the – he's an amazing athlete.
Are you not entertained?
In great shape. It's just fun to watch that second half.
Jump in there, Fish.
Yeah, I mean, the look changed, right? Early in the game, like you said, big game, it was very sluggish, not really engaged. Wesley Matthews checked in halfway through the first quarter. I thought that turned it a little bit. But Kuz's energy, kept them in it in that first quarter. And there was a play in the first quarter where AD helped get the turnover. They got a dunk. But the look changed from, we're halfway interested in this to now it's personal. And that was pretty much all that changed.
Yeah.
It became personal. Like Memphis was feeling too good. They were walking around with their chest out. And I just thought the grown men in the room
talking a little bit
decided that they were going to let the young guys know that, no, we're the grown men, we're the champs, and we're going to let you know what it is.
Well said. Let's hear from AD. He's standing by with Mike Trudell.
All right, Anthony Davis, just a bit of a slow start tonight, all right? Memphis was up 22-2. How did you guys flip on that switch and get things going?
I think we just try to get back in the rhythm. This team plays very fast. Obviously any team that we play, they're going to shoot the ball extremely well, and they shot the ball extremely well to start the game. Valanciunas got going. They made some threes, got in the paint, made some tough floaters, things like that. So we just tried to weather the storm, play through it, and stay together. And we were able to stay together through the course of the game, and was able to come up with the victory.
Anthony, you, of course, were out with the sore Achilles the last couple of games, 0 for 4 to start, and then you seemed to quickly get into a rhythm on offense. How did you feel physically, and how did that progress as the game went on?
Slow start, but was able to just play through it. As the game go on, obviously, just constant running and cutting and moving on it. It gets pretty sore. But just tried to play through it and continue to play and help my team get the win. But, it felt good to get back on the floor with these guys and compete. And, I'll take care of this Achilles and get ready for, I think, this Sunday.
So LeBron's sitting to your right right now, AD. I couldn't tell, but it looked like maybe he heard something on the court to get him going even a little bit extra. What did you see from him tonight, especially in that second half as things really flipped around?
He got hot. He hit the tough, turn around on the baseline, then come right back and hit a tough three. I'm not sure if anybody said anything to him or not. I wasn't aware of it, but he found ways to get going throughout the game. He always tried to get me going early. Been in that first quarter, especially this game, just trying to get back. But he found ways in the game to get himself going, and whether it's with playmaking or his shot making ability, and he used his shot making ability tonight. He had some plays, and me and him had some miscues we usually don't have, but it's just me missing 2 games with him, so we'll get it back, especially one late in the fourth. But he's able to make plays for his teammates and for himself, and you saw it tonight.
All right, a big matchup at Denver as we get you out of here, AD. Just any thoughts on that one as you guys now try to progress towards the rest of the season?
Yeah, it's a tough team. we came in here and beat them a couple days ago, and we know that they remember that, and Coach always reminds us that we know it's always tough to be the team that you put out of the playoffs. So it's going to be tough to go up there and win, but we got the team to do it. We've shown that we can do it this year against this team, but we got to continue to play. We got to continue to play, continue to defend. We can't spot them points like we did tonight. In the past, 4 games that we spotted team points in that first quarter. Can't do that against a team like Denver. It'll be very, very tough to get back. So we got to continue to lock in defensively in the first quarter and let that defense build up throughout the game and have solid offense.
AD, we appreciate the time. Go get some ice on that leg, all right?
Thank you.
So AD returns. You heard him talking to Mike Trudell about being a little bit sore, having to work through it. My friend Fish is better at math than me. I had him do some numbers. AD started 0 for 5, and then from there he was 16 of 22. He had 35 points and 9 rebounds. What did you see from the Lakers star?
You realize it's hard to make 16 out of 22 shots when you're in the gym by yourself.
Well aware.
Yeah, Anthony, I thought he got his rhythm back after, you miss a few games, and even if you're working out, it takes time to find that game rhythm. The Lakers really wanted to get him going early. And he found the pace of how to play against this team, the length and the size. Valanciunas, good size. Gorgie Deng, good size. Xavier Tillman. So they had some bigger guys. I thought once he found the rhythm, there was nothing that the Grizzlies could do from there in terms of matching up with AD. And he just sustained it throughout the entire game for him. But LeBron, for sure, went up to another
You had to take
level.
a little hezzy because you looked down and you saw that crazy shot. That shot's not right. That's just, come on. That's a big game. You lost for words.
Yeah.
James, I've done enough games with you to know that, when a guy's coming off injury or there's something maybe ailing a player, you're looking at movement, you're looking at how he's engaged. And I think it was the second quarter. He had that dunk, and he pinned that ball on a block. Lakers went out in transition. That's kind of, at least for me, when I was like, okay, AD looks like he's right. Like, what did you see from him early on as compared to when he really got going?
Well, I think anytime you're coming back from any type of injury, your mind says, hey, I'm going out, I'm ready to go. But your body will take a little time. You'll be a little hesitant as he was in the first quarter. But you're right, Geeter. It was, it was that one block where he tracked it. He made an extra effort to go get that one.
Yeah.
And, that was a big play. And then when he gets focused on his shot, when he faces up and he gets locked into knocking down jumpers, he's almost impossible to stop. So you could see his energy as well. His energy was like, let me see what I got. Let me figure out the zone. They threw a zone at him. He had to figure out how he can get inside on that. But once he got locked in, you could just see the energy. He wasn't hesitating. He had to spin moves, a little bit more power to his moves. And from then, he was locked in and dialed in and ready to go.
Big Game Fish, we had Allie and Brezen here in the pregame show. We had a great discussion about MVP and LeBron and how, the narrative is built early on in seasons. And there's been, greatness fatigue with LeBron. The fact that he hasn't won it in 8 years is really baffling when you think about it. But this year he seems to be the front runner and the leader in the clubhouse 27 games in. And James, you even said at the top of the show, you're literally, every night we sit up here and he does remarkable things at that age. He hasn't missed a game yet. And tonight, you just saw that burst from him once again, running out of ways to describe him, truly. But right now, he's the front runner, and there's no one close.
Yeah, I think he's demonstrated that he wants it. LeBron James wants another championship with the Lakers, and he is still having fun at 36. The guy's having fun. He puts in the work. And he reaps the benefits. Not only does he play well, but he enjoys it. The fact that he took time to try to get AD off and get other players involved, and then when he saw it was time to turn it on, he's able to do it. He enjoys the work that he puts in practice. He loves for it to come to fruition on the court. The little spin moves, driving downhill, putting his shoulder to people. I think he enjoys seeing the benefits of the work that he does at 36. And, he's got a good team of teammates around him. He feels very confident that he could go far with this team.
Fish, you've played with all-time greats as well, just like James, too. The challenges, they love them. And James pointed out when he was doing this to the crowd, and there is no crowd. He's finding ways to motivate, to challenge himself, whether it's someone poking the bear, whatever it is, someone in the stands. Staff member in Cleveland.
Yeah, no, that's what the great ones do, and that's how they separate themselves from everyone else. It's really not about the external noise and the things that people are saying. It's really an internal battle, right? It's pushing oneself. It's challenging yourself beyond what anybody else can say or do. And the fact that LeBron is still enjoying like the journey, the difficulty, the nuance that it takes to keep pushing the right buttons in your own mind and in your own heart, to still be the hardest working, to still put the most time in to try to be great. It's a great example for this team. And it's something that makes Anthony Davis's game better. It makes his teammates better. It makes coaches better. That's why he's the MVP, in my opinion. It's whether Anthony scores 35 points or not is irrelevant to the fact that playing with LeBron James makes you better. And that's what great teammates do.
You know, Fish, you saw Kobe go through this similar situation. How do they compare as far as, you know, the work ethic? I know Kobe left a long legacy, and I just wonder how much LeBron has picked up on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think
LeBron's
always had it. But I can't speak for him, but I would assume that, you know, since January 26th of 2020, that like wearing that Lakers jersey and what that represents and means, which he already respected, which is why he's here. But since we lost Kobe, I would assume that he's taken on even more responsibility to represent this organization and lead it in a way that Kobe did for 20 years and always will. He may not speak on it. He may not ever say that to anybody publicly. But I would assume that example, the way Kobe trained, the way he carried this city and his organization on his back for so long, I do think LeBron is enjoying that. And he's handling it very well. When he first arrived, people still wondered